Hey there, guys. My name is Baby Sass. All of you know, love and comment. So, I'm here to ask you today if this is a requirement at any of your jobs. Should you, as a employee of any job, be told to hold a customer's hand and make sure that they get all their stuff from their jobs or wherever they go. Make sure they have their bags, whatever they get. Now, as an employee, are you required to make sure that they have everything after they purchase it and then they run for the hills? Because, in my opinion, I say if they leave and they don't come back, that's on them. They lost it then. They paid for it, but they forgot it. They didn't come back for it. That's on them, right? Am I right? Now, if people go get a bunch of shit and turn around and make you do a bunch more shit, is that going to make you feel better about your day? No. Now, if they start complaining about, hey, he didn't give me my stuff, is that your fault or their fault? Because they didn't seem to want it very much, or else they would have came back for it. Am I right or wrong? If you guys feel like I'm right, I feel like I'm not responsible. You wouldn't be responsible for it. I wouldn't be responsible for it. You should not have the responsibility of making sure that the people have their stuff because they know once it scans, puts in the bag, and put in front of you, pick it up before when you pay for it. Pick it up, take it with you, right? Sounds reasonable. Sounds like what anybody could expect. It's not scan it, pay for it, leave it, and then not come back for it. And any job will tell you it'll be waiting for you at the front, or it'll be waiting for you at Lost and Found, or it'll be waiting for you in the manager's office. They will tell you where to go or who to ask for. So, I want to let people know before you make comments about this, just know whenever you leave something at a store, don't be expecting them to leave it for you for next 3 or 4 days. Don't expect them to ever hold it for that long because they're not. They're going to put it on the shelf and they're going to resell it. Because that's what I would do. If you didn't pick up your shit, that's on you. I'm putting it bluntly. That's on you. Now, if you guys disagree with what I have to say, put it down in the comments. If I'm wrong and you think I'm wrong, put it down in the comments. I want to hear your honest opinion. Now, on to the second thing. Why the fuck is the fucking food stamps down? Now, I'm no genius. I'm no person who can say whether it's good for a person or not, but open it back up so that people can get food before you end up having riots on your hand that you cannot contain. Whether you send in military or not, if the military gets involved, it's going to end up worse. Because think about it this way. If you send in military because your ass is stupid enough to stop payments to fucking food stamps, and you need military to check these people, then your ass should be grounded. hand it to you, ground it up, and you should have an ass beating. Because you should know damn well you should have food stamps ready on the 5th and 25th of every fucking month. Because that's when people are expecting them. That's when people are going to want them. And if you don't have them, I don't think Trump has anything to do with this. I think the main one who has to do with this is the governor or whoever is over the fucking food stamps office. Whoever is over that, they need their asses handed to them. Trump, I say make food stamps federal. Make it. Make it happen. Because at this point, we're seeing is they're not going to want to sit down with you. They're not going to want to talk to you. And they're going to keep on fucking withholding our food stamps for who knows how many months. And you're going to have a riot. And you can't control those riots in every fucking state. Because who's going to fucking want to put down riots in every fucking state? Because some asshole wants the controlling. No. How about this? Make it federal. You say no more. You want the food stamps running? Okay, food stamps are running, but there's conditions. Drug tests. Nothing wrong with it. Okay, everybody can do a drug test. The ones who fail get kicked off. The ones who are good, stay on. Who cares? If you can prove that you're not doing drugs, kudos to you. But here's the thing. You need to make sure everything stays private. Not everything needs to be used against you. There's always a limit to something. The more information you have on a person, the more you're going to end up hated. Because food stamps, cash assistance, any of that is like a board of chess. One person makes the right move, one person makes the wrong move. One person makes the wrong move, one person makes the right move. If you don't see it coming, you're not going to get anywhere. If that guy doesn't want to sit down with you and talk to you and make it civil for both of you, then you need to tell him to kick rocks. Tell him you're going to fucking terminate him immediately. You have the power to make that man disappear in a matter of seconds. Like he was never even there. Make him fall off the face of the fucking earth. For all you give a fuck. Do something that matters. Because if he's holding people's food stamps hostage and you get a fucking, and let's say it's 4 or 5 months later, people are not going to take a liking to it. People are going to take lawsuits to make sure that you open up the fucking food stamps. And what happens when someone doesn't like the fucking outcome? Oh, it's not your ass. It's not his ass that's on the line. It's going to be everybody in that building whose ass is on our line because, think about it, they can't get to the higher ups. So who's the next best person? The workers. And what do the workers got to look forward to? Probably with someone with the gun. Now you got to think. All these people who are on drugs, so much drugs that they probably don't even know they're even doing it. Honestly. They probably don't even know because they're too strung out. Or these people who have schizophrenia, multiple personality disorders, who rely. I'm not saying a drug person needs food stamps. No, they need kicked off. Completely. Utterly. Completely. And you need to up the fucking charges on drugs. Not, let every state run itself and permit it. No! You need to put California. You need to put Michigan. You need to put all of them in their fucking places. Anyone who allows a drug, put those motherfucking places in their places. Because they're not only trafficking those fucking drugs over state lines. They're not only doing that, but they're fucking putting more harm in fucking cities than they need to be. Because what happens if someone goes out, gets a joint, and then starts smoking it in their car? You gonna think it's okay? You gonna let someone smoke a fucking ounce in their joint? And then let them drive home with it? Throw them the fucking book. Make sure it becomes a fucking federal crime. If they have weed in their car, it's a federal crime. Make it a federal crime. Not some weak ass state crime. Because let's face it, that state don't fucking care. Make it a federal. Maybe it's time to start cracking down on the fucking drugs and thinking more outside the fucking inner. Because you gotta clean in-house before you can clean your outhouse. Because if you can't clean your fucking in-house, let's face it, are your politicians corrupt, dirty, fascist, whatever you want to fucking call them? They're all the same. They're so dirty that their fucking aunts and uncles are dirty. Goddamn, the whole family is dirty enough as it is. Why do we need more? You know what? How about you put someone who's not so dirty, who actually can make sense of right and wrong, left and right, and who has no politician, like anything in politics, who doesn't give a fuck about politics. Why not put those people in charge? Because honestly, by then, you'd have someone who's straight thinking and maybe just give you the right answer. Kick Nancy Pelosi off. She needs fucking arrested and indicted and everything. She needs the whole fucking 9 yards. All the people who have been in term in the White House need to be kicked out. Every last one of them. Doesn't matter. They need to be kicked out and replaced. You don't go for your favorites. You just go for a person who can do the work. If that person can't do the work, then you kick him out. And you get someone who will. In that a politician's job. And don't get a politician. No. Then you need to get rid of these fucking mayors. Once and for all. And then you get rid of these. Oh, I'm police chief. Bitch, what's a police chief? Someone who. Or you need to get rid of these police officers who are dirtier than the fucking rocks that they even kick. Because let's face it. The police officers, their union, need to go. They don't need a union. What the fuck is a union for a police officer? Oh, so it's okay if I go shoot probably some it's okay if a police officer shoots me, but the moment I defend myself and shoot back at a police officer, you're gonna have like 10 squad cards on me. And then they're gonna fucking not ask questions. No, they're gonna blast me with holes. That's what I call real bad contradictory. Because I think if the police officer wants to play games, play stupid, then he needs to get treated like a stupid ass. He needs to get treated like his life is going to be put on the line, because it will be. Not everybody's going to be as polite as what I'm saying. Everybody might have a different view in politics, but me, I think it's straightforward. I think like this. Our country, our forefathers would turn over their grave knowing what we fucking done. They would be ashamed at everything that has happened in the last centuries. They would be so ashamed. They would kick your ass in a fucking matter of seconds. Every one of them, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, since the very first fucking president, I think every one of them would turn over and fucking kick our asses for what we've done. We've turned this country into a shame. Something even I, an American, cannot say I'm proud of. Because our country is so fucking corrupt, it's not even funny anymore. You want to say we're all going to be living with electric cars? No, we don't need electric cars. Get rid of them. How about this? Think about our future by the comics sense. Okay, think of it like this. What is the best way to help the American people? Better food, better health care. Maybe, just think about it in a complete sense. Better doctors. Better. And how about more schooling for the doctors who may know or may not know what to do in situations? Give them those fucking things. If you don't, we're dead. We're dead. You're asking us to pay taxes every year. Now, I'm not sure about most people if they know this, but being taxed on food, electricity, water, internet, any of that bullshit is highly illegal for the fucking government to even do. Whether that's literally what our country was founded on. The land of the free. Do you know what that means? That means everybody is free to do what they want. Not free to be stupid and do drugs all day. I get we need police officers to help defend the people who can't defend themselves. But that doesn't mean they shouldn't be ever held unaccounted for their actions and for their crimes. If a police officer went up and shot, and let's say he was white and he shot a black kid, that police officer would get off with a scot-free slap on the wrist, and the family probably be sued under a mountain of paperwork. And I find that highly ashamed. I think police officers have a right to be held to a higher standard. Not the families just get a fucking, boo-hoo and then from a police officer. No! That man should be put 6 feet under in a prison cell, and then he should get the same sentence as that kid got, who's probably innocent, if anything. If they're innocent. But if they're not innocent, and let's say they have a gun or something like that, that's where, I would say, hey, time to get out. No. If he draws it, you damn right I'm going to shoot you, and I don't give a fuck. My safety comes at a number one priority. But when you're doing it to be a racist, you need to fucking get your life in check. Because that means you're nothing but a racist. Now, on to my next topic that I want to discuss. If someone feels like, if someone has disabilities, do you think it's right to say we can fire them at will? Because that means they can fire. I think the state of Indiana, the state of Michigan, the state of Ohio, the state of California, all the states, you at least need a reason to be fired. I think every state needs that rule. They don't need to make it an at-will state. No, they need to make it to where they have a good enough explanation. Because what happens if someone with disabilities wants to go out and get a job and they get fired? Do they not earn an explanation to try to better themselves? To try to fix what probably happened? Okay. So, does that not mean that I or anybody else or anyone in this godforsaken world deserve an explanation? Even if you don't have disabilities, I think you still earned a explanation of why you're being fired. Instead of this is in an at-will state, so take that off the board. And how about the fucking wages? No, I'm sorry, but my wages don't even cover my rent. I don't care if I get Social Security. I don't care if I get fucking food stamps. I don't care if I get government assistance with my electric, water, heat, anything. If I only get paid $9.50 an hour, or even 10, or even $10.50, let me break it down. By the time you get your check, now let's say you have a $100 electric, and let's say a $75 water, and a $75 gas bill. Let's say all three of those is around that amount. But your rent is $1,400. Now, that's around, roughly estimated around $1,650, $1,700, somewhere around there. Just saying. Okay, what kind of job would you need to make that kind of money? So that, and let's not forget, if you need internet, that's an extra $50 to $60 a month, maybe $80, depending on how fast you want it to be. How about gaming accessories if you play games, which is like $60 to $30 extra a month. If you have Game Passes, it depends on which console you got and what Game Passes you get. That costs you anywhere from $7 to, let's say, $60 or to $150, depending. So all your bills add up. So how much would you need to be able to live comfortably? And then there's your phone bill, your Netflix, if you have Netflix, your Hulu, if you got Hulu, your ESPN, whatever you got out there. It doesn't matter. Everything costs money. Where do you get that kind of money? Because nothing's ever going to fucking help you. So how about this? Forget taxes. You can't legally charge us taxes. So, if I bought a house, and I'm not legally obligated to pay you a tax, because I bought the house outright, and it's in my name, if you send people to come on my property and shoot and try to get me off of it, not only will I take a self-defense, because we were founded on this one constitutional thing that I feel is a constitutional right in my book. The land of the free. It's in our fucking song. Now, we're not land of the free. We're land of the judgment. We might as well live in a country ruled by Pakistan. Because We're practically owned by every fucking country like little bitches in a fucking sandlot. I mean, what else do we got? China owns us. Japan owns us. Next would be Afghanistan that owns us. We'll be working for them. Russia basically owns every fucking oil line and what? We can't make one fucking thing? Do we really have that much of a stupidity? Fucking our commerce is low. Our military might be mighty, but what's the fucking military gonna do? All of our guns come from overseas. So let's put it like this. If all of our guns come from overseas, let's say France or Europe or somewhere, let's just say another country, does that another country have access to their weapons designs, their weaknesses, their anything? Does that country have access to them? Because they're coming from that country. So if that country, let's say they're our enemy, and we buy weapons off them, and that country decides to invade us, we're dead. Because our fucking commerce is basically shit. Have fun. I'm gonna be living in a fucking bunker by the time I'm done. I'm gonna live in a bunker, and I'm also gonna end up with the fucking, while you guys all blow each other up, and I'm gonna be safe. Wanna know why? Because I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna apply for a gun license, and I'm gonna make sure I'm safe from every fucking little thing that's out there. And I'm gonna be responsible. I'm not gonna play it dumb. I'm not gonna play it stupid. I'm gonna play it safe. And if I was you guys, I would urge you all to go out, do the paperwork properly. Because if you get caught with the concealment, even if it's open carry, if you get caught at one point or another, they're going to take your ass to jail. Don't get caught. Be smart. Go through the proper channels. Register your firearm. And make sure at all times that fucking registration is on you. And if someone acts stupid and tries to come up to you, you take it and you take the shot. You don't stop. You make sure you put 7 bullets in someone if they come after you. You make sure you put a fucking knife through their heart if they come after you. Because you don't know what's out there these days. What kind of fucking strain these fucking drugs are. They may say, oh, it's 100% weed. No. What it is 100% chemicals. They fuck with your head. And let me give you a little advice. For anybody who is on drugs, don't do it. Don't even try it. Don't waste your time. If you're stressed out and you're that stressed out that you need drugs, seek medical help. Seek medical help. Because that means you have less than nothing. If you want to cough up your lungs, live in a tent, not have a good life, and not have anything because you're too busy trying to find your next fix, shame on you. Shame on everything you've become. And you know what? I'm not going to blame the drugs. I'm going to blame you. Because at the end of the day, you chose to stick that needle in your arm. You chose to stick that fucking weed up to your mouth. Not the drug. The drug didn't tempt you. No. You decided to tie up a fucking plastic piece to your arm and stick a needle in your arm. You decided to stick a cigarette in your mouth. You decided to smoke a joint. You decided these options on your own as a consenting adult. Which means you're to blame, not the drugs. We can keep the drugs out of our community just as much as we can keep it out of everybody else's hands. All you gotta do is listen. If you need help, seek it. If that person doesn't do anything to you, seek another person. Maybe a family member who you trust. Maybe go to therapy. Maybe go somewhere and do something. But if you're that fucking stressed out that you need drugs in your life, shame on you. Shame on everything you let your family become. Because not only would you be letting your parents down, you'd be letting yourself down. Because you probably have a lot more than what other people can say. And if you need drugs that'll help you keep that fucking mindset, no. I'd call you in. I'm sorry. But if I smell drugs on you, I'm calling your ass in and I'm getting that finder's fee. Because not only will there be a fee for your ass, I'm going out shopping the next day. Your ass is going to be sitting behind bars thinking, oh my god, what did I fuck up? Or maybe you'll be like, when am I going to get my next fix? And you know what? You don't need a next fix. You got family. You got friends. Go out there and find them. And as for you people who drink a lot, if you think drinking is so good and fun and you need to drink till your fucking practically your heart stops, shame on you. Or if you need to drink a lot that you actually beat your kids, shame on you. If you can't take care of your fucking family after you fucking learn how to create one because you need drugs and alcohol, shame on you. I'm putting it as it is. I don't give a fuck who you are, what you do, or even if you still work for those drugs and alcohol. Shame on you. Because that's all you care about. You don't care about no one else but yourself. That shows it. That shows everything. If you care more about drugs than your fucking family, shame on you. If you care about staying away from your family and care more about alcohol, shame on you. Seek medical help, seek advice, but shame on you. And as Steve Wilkos would always say, get the hell off my stage. Except for me, I'm going to say, get a fucking life. You need it. And if you need fucking help, look. If you need help, I'm going to give you some advice. Call a therapist. Maybe they can give you some kind of help you need. Whether it's saying, hey, go to an AA. Just try it. Or maybe it's, hey, maybe there's a drug rehabilitation system that they got that can help you. But you gotta put in the effort too. Don't be a lazy ass and not do nothing, because once you lose everything, trust me, it's gonna be hard to get it back. And it's not easy trying to earn that trust back. Once you lose that trust, it's more or less gone. It's not easy to get back, and you may never get that back. So your best bet is, if you're an alcoholic, Stop alcohol. Stop it while you still have some kind of sanity that says stop. If you're pleading that deeply for help inside, shoot me up. I'll talk to you. I'll get I'll send you to fucking rehab on myself. I will talk to you if I got to. But just know, if you need that help and you need someone to acknowledge that you have been a alcoholic and you just need someone there to say, "Hey, I'm trying to look for my family." You know what? There's resources out there that'll help you look for your family. But you got to acknowledge yourself that you're an ass. Not just emotionally. You're just a straight out ass. Just like I would need you to be straight with me, you need to be straight with yourself. And you need to call whoever you hurt, every one of them, whether they accept the apology or not. It's not up to you. It's up to them. And you need to apologize to those people that you've hurt, you stole from, you freaking denied any wrongdoing to. You need to apologize to those people and make it better with them instead of trying to hurt them even more. If you laid a hand on a girl, well, buddy, that's why I cut my services. Because I would never help a man who beats on a girl or whoever beats on a child. I'm sorry, I got limits. Those are it. Girl or a child, I would never help you. I would tell you to go slice your own throat open before I would help you. But if you truly mean to try to make amends, maybe I'd mediate. Maybe. I'm no mediator, but I'd give it my best shot. And you may have to get a lawyer to see if you can get a mediator. You may have to do those. You might have to put in just as much work as everybody else would. You would have to put in so much work that you actually mean what you say. Because if you don't mean what you say, you're only going to hurt yourself. Your family won't want you. If you have a wife or a daughter or a son or anybody, they won't want you. Now, if you're like me, you prefer to be alone. So, nothing ever comes of it. But I've seen where those lives can lead. They're not pretty. They're not cute. They're ones that you do not want. Because think of it this way. If you have one child and you lost them because too busy doing meth or drugs or anything else, you need to be put away forever. I don't care about what natural law says. You need to be put away. Because that means you probably hurt that kid in some sort of way. And you need to be put away. Now, if you're a rapist, hell, you don't even need to come out of prison. You need to stick there for the rest of your life. Hopefully, you learn your lesson. They need to give you the fucking death penalty for being a rapist. Death penalty? And maybe a few days with Big Bubba will help you. Because Big Bubba won't like you. Because I'm pretty sure 90% of your fucking population in prison isn't going to like you. Because, and then the other 10% is probably going to end up raping you. Because think of it this way. And it's just like drug addicts or alcohol. if you're so far gone that you raped a kid or you raped a minor in any way, shape, or form, I'd beat you with the bag of rocks. And I wouldn't quit beating you until you were black and blue. God so help be it. This maybe not be for the faint of heart, but I would put you in a coma with no there would be nothing about it. Doesn't matter. Because shame on you for ever doing anything. Now, if in a case that it was consensual, but the girl said no, it wasn't, and you have video proof that it was consensual, I'd show you a little bit of leniency and tell you to get a good lawyer. Because even though there are some girls out there who are very vindictive and will put you away for years and years on end if they can, just to get a dime out of you. Be very careful of who you get, who you come into contact with. But those people who rape little boys and girls, or let me even put it more clearly, Diddy, you need to go to prison for the rest of your life. You need to get that needle. You need to get a fucking shock collar. You need everything that's coming to you. You need to be put away. You need to be shot. You need to be murdered. You should have been murdered in prison. You shouldn't even seen trial for as many people as you hurt. I feel like you shouldn't have even seen trial. Your ass should have been dead. Your ass shouldn't be leaving the prison. No. You should be like 90 years old and fucking butt raped by all them prisoners. One by one. Them prisoners should have raped you. And you know what? The bad part is, you'd probably like it. You'd probably like the fucking bullshit. God knows if anybody ever fucking talks about you, they probably get sued for it. But you know what? Just because the judge had dismissed most of your charges, like trafficking probably innocent children across the border, or how about the tunnels that were underneath your house that the police found? Or how about all the evidence against multiple people they found? Your ass needs to be put in a fucking jail cell, 50 by 50, inhumane situations. That's what they need to do, make it inhumane. You treated those people inhumane, you need to be treated as inhumane. You raped a lot of innocent children, men, women. It doesn't matter. You know what? You need to be put in bars. You don't need to see the daylight. Maximum prison, maximum security, 24 hours, 7 days a week. You need to have a fucking wake up call. You and your little buddies, whoever was in it, you all need to get lined up in front of a line, and each and one of you need to die one by one. Yeah, wanna know why? Because you're not innocent. And anybody who supports that they're innocent that badly either has something mentally wrong with their fucking heads or is sick to their goddamn stomach. Because I wouldn't support Diddy. If it was me on the judging, I'd presume you're already fucking dead. You're not seeing daylight, buddy. Your death sentence wouldn't be painless. No, I would make it so painful that your own family wouldn't want to watch. I'd make you basically like they do it in other countries. Do you know what they do to fucking people with you? Like you? They chemically remove your fucking penis and let you experience what you've done to other people yourself. That's what they should have done to your ass. Sent you overseas, chemically removed your penis, and made you into a fucking woman who's trafficked off to 3 different countries and can't defend themselves. That's what they should have done to your ass. That's what they should have done to you. You should have been trafficked off to 3 different fucking countries. Made it into a fucking whore. Because let's face it, your ass probably would have loved it. But you know what? You would have deserved it. And let you come back to the country and you're no longer a man. You're a scared little bitch.